Hi all, right, welcome back to more Enemy Action Ardennes, playing the Allied. So this is my take 2, we're on the 17th and this is part 5. So not been long away, to be honest. I know I left things in the middle of things, but yeah, it happens. And it will keep happening, probably. Okay, so we've done the attack checks and we completed the combat there, so we're looking... All these units within 2 of this cube are active as well. This is selector number 9. This is selector number 3. He's the next to check. 1 and 2 are down here. So he's going to check against this. And all these can participate. Yeah, is that... Yeah. No, because this is a lead unit, these are going to be involved now, aren't they? If this unit was in here, it would check against there, but it would also check against there and use them to see which was the best odds. But that's not the case. So we've got 5 now. He's in a forest. He's adjacent to a supplied allied unit. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are mostly infantry, actually, aren't they? 12 and another 4. Is 16. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. So 16 against 2. Plus 1 for the forest. I'm just getting back to my bit here. That'll come across rivers and no. 16 against 2. Plus 1 for the forest. 16 against 3. Plus 1 for being adjacent to supplied algae. 16 against 4. That's it. 16 against 4 is 41, so attack goes ahead. Okay, so all these guys are attacking. I will leave that blue cube there just to remind me that's where the centre of the activation of the army card was. And these as well, right? Okay. So again, they automatically get artillery in this combat. We're not considering the support card. Well, we're not rolling dice this time anyway, so... Yeah, we're just going straight to attack. Now, I think this is where I may use something. So, odds at the moment are 4 to 1. However, they are going to now draw a combat... No, it's not overwhelming, so we're going to draw a combat tactic. There's no reserves. So we... Oh, yeah, that was the card I flipped over. I forgot all about it myself. I don't think you've seen it, but anyway. So, combat tactics there, artillery and assault coordination. Well, that's not going to do anything for them apart from reduce a hit to them, isn't it? Because they're already getting artillery from that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to add 2 chits. So, there is that. And the 7th Army aren't the wildest army anyway, so maybe they're not too bored about that card going away for that. Because there's nothing to assault coordinate and they're already getting artillery, like I say, so all that's doing is giving 2 extra chip pools, which isn't a terrible thing as well. But then they look at the support card. All it's going to do is give them 1 extra chip pool, so it doesn't apply. So chip pools for them are 1. That's bracketed, so no. 1 on top, 2, 3. And then there's 2 in there and 1 bracketed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units that are non-bracketed. 1 for elites is 6. There's no 3 or 4 step units. That's 6. And then 1 for artillery, 1 for artillery and assault coordinations. So that's 9 in total. Yuck. 9 in total. They have no reserves, so we don't need to bother about that. Right, it's over to us now. Well, there is the option to bug out again with this guy. Excuse me. We can't reinforce the battle because he's surrounded. So it's bug out, engineers, or artillery. And remember, you can't play more than 1, as you know, as we realised that last combat. If we had played engineers and artillery, I think the guy would have survived, but cards are pretty precious to us as well, so... However, we do have the no command card, and I know I talked recently about getting some advice as to maybe placing roadblocks more, but so should I play this to give him that IP? The odds are 4-1. A lot of chip rules 9. He's got artillery as well, so I'm sort of reluctant about the artillery. I always feel that when they've played it as well, it's a bit of a gamble. Do you want to consider Bug Out? Now, Bug Out is the 8 core card, which, looking back, we've got this one that got knocked out by a stone, we've got this one here, and well, the other armoured unit and that division's down there. Is there no infantry around for the guys? There's 2 of them being eliminated. I don't think there is. Unless, maybe this guy here. This guy from the 8th. He is. He's surrounded though, as well. Yeah, this coming back to my mistake here about not getting up and helping this guy. These are important things that I feel like I should have remembered from my previous playthrough, but it was that long ago. You just don't think of these things. I'm not sure I can see myself using the 8 core card then. I mean, I wouldn't want to move that guy out of Yo Sam. I would want to maybe support him in these units a bit. And there's no real attempt at going back for Bastogne just yet, I don't think. I mean, although he knocked us out of there, for us to come in and knock him out of there, I don't know, I think we're asking a lot there. But I don't know, maybe we should be having a go at things like that before this gets supported by other units. I mean, these are all going to be heading this way, you know. They're all infantry admittedly, but should I consider the Bug Out again then? What did it do again? It just retreats 2 hexes. Now, because he's retreating through a friendly unit, he would not take a step loss. He is only 1 step. He's got to retreat 2 hexes, but doesn't become dispersed. Then they can advance after combat. I don't know here. I don't know. The fact he's only got 1 step, it might be... Sorry, I'm not maybe showing you much of what's going on there. You know, I'd more than like to go retreat and then retreat back into Boonjan there, and that fuel marker, which isn't awful. I mean, this unit's broke across anyway, it's broke through here. I wonder if I should do this. Okay, I think I'm going to Bug Out. If the 8 core card was more something I really wanted to do something with, I maybe wouldn't, but I can't see myself wanting to use it anyway. So yeah, 16th to the... Oops, zoom out a bit. 16th to the 19th, we're going to use the combat tactic and Bug Out. And it kind of spoils those cards. I mean, he's got 9 chip pools there, we're only 1 step. Right, so I think I'm going to play that. So just checking it again. Prior to combat resolution, retreat defending stack 2 hexes in accordance with the retreat rules, but do not place a disperse marker. The attack is considered resolved. Check for German advance after combat as if you retreated. So we're going to retreat 2 hexes and not become dispersed. Retreats. So where are we? Right. Not in enemy control. Well, that's impossible because we are surrounded. However, into hex in enemy control, occupied by a friendly supplied unit. He's a friendly supplied unit, so our first retreat is going to go into there. And then our second retreat could go here or here. If there's more than one choice, we can choose, however, not allowed across Unbridge River or into forest, not via. Right, so I'm gonna retreat into Bowingen, into the town, I think. So 2 hex retreat. Yeah, I like that. I think that's okay. So 2 hex retreat, we don't become dispersed because of the event, the combat tactic we're using, bug out. So that is now considered, the combat is now considered over. So we can get rid of our card. So that's our 8 core card being used. That was a supplemental card. Their combat tactics been wasted. So this card goes away. Good. That kind of spoiled things a little bit for them. It was good. The odds don't matter anymore. We'll leave that card there because they're still active. They do, however, get to check for advance after combat. Selector number 3 we've got here. That's 9, 10, 32. These are all infantry. 15, 14, 15, and another bracketed unit, isn't it? Bracketed units don't advance, do they? Yeah, units with brackets combat strength do not advance after combat. We never brought anything in with reinforced battle or assault coordination, so the other ones are... just thinking of that last combat. No, that was fine. Right, so selector number 3, that's not arrows, and it's not VPA, it's enable supply, it's not in a town, and it's not close to his army objectives. So that's another route. He's not going to advance into there. Right, so next would be not number 10, number 9 here. That is going to be arrows, so he's going to auto advance into there. Selector number 10's next. He's got a primary arrow into there as well, but unit already advanced, so he's going to advance on a 1 to 6. I'll just roll this one off camera. I'll move the camera there a bit. Roll the 7, so he's not going to advance. And then we've got 14 and 15. These are primary arrows as well, so we're going to check 14 first. Again, this is going to be on a 1 to 6, because the unit's already advanced. Yeah? Now hang on here. Yeah, this is just a first hex, so they can go from zone of control to zone of control. Just 1 hex advance. So for unit 14, he's rolled a 4, so he is going to advance 14. This is the one underneath that one, 15. There we go. And I'll tuck him down the bottom, I think. Keep the stronger one on top. Oops. So 15 and 36 there are just going to stay put though, because there's 2 units already advanced into the hex now. And once there's 2 units advanced, they won't advance anymore. And there was no 2 hex advance. Well, the only units that would have 2 hex advance are that one, which didn't advance at all, and this one failed the die roll and didn't advance at all as well. So the rest were all infantry. So that's it. That's that done. Okay. Whether that was the right call or not, I don't know. Right, last one to check. Attack determination as the 12th SS units here. I think they checked on a previous impulse. So we've got 13 strength. And this is in a woods town, but it's 5 strength. So 13 to 5 is only 2 to 1. So 2 to 1. Coming away back here again. 2 to 1. They're not in a forest, not in an IP. They are adjacent to supplied allied unit. So sorry, hang on. We've got 2 to 1 odds. We're going to roll the die here. No. Stop. No, we're still calculating the situational strength grant. 13 to 5. They're getting a +1 for another adjacent supplied units. That's 13 to 6. It's not clear terrain. They're not dispersed. So 13 to 6 is 2 to 1. Right. Now we're going to roll the die. Any modifiers, it's not the 16th. These are not elite, so nothing doing there. But however, the attackers were activated by a army card, so there's a -1 there. The support card, yet again, does not show an applicable combat tactic because it's press the attack, and I think that's right. I feel like that's right, yeah, because we're never going to play it from the support card box as a combat tactic if it's press the attack, because all it does is give a chip pool. Okay, so 2-to-1 odds with a -1 on this modifier on this die roll. There we go. Ooh, an 8. -1 is a 7. Cancel if less than 3-to-1 or attacking from 1 hex. Well, actually, both the things apply, don't they? We're attacking from 1 hex, and it was only 2-to-1. So that's not going to happen. Okay. No, something might bounce back to reserves then this time. Right, that's all the units checked. I can take that cube away. Just jumping back to unit activation. We'll check everything. Yeah, because these haven't moved or attacked. The rest of the activation, all the other units did do. So we are going to look at 9.6 now to see if any of them get removed. We check these in ascending order, so we've got 4, 5, and 6, haven't we? Yeah, so unit 4 on top is checked first. Okay, I'll zoom back in there. Yeah, unit 4 on top. Right, all the following need to apply. The unit did not move or attack. Correct. The unit was not placed on the map from reserves. Correct. The unit is adjacent to an allied unit. Yes. The unit can trace reserve supply. Yes, indeed it can. The removal of the unit from the hex would leave at least 2 steps in the hex. 3 if it was a VP hex. Yes. If unit is eligible for removal, remove it from the map and place it in German reserve. Unit spots will be re-entered as a reserve in the subsequent activation. So unit 4 is going to go away. And then, so that goes in the reserve units, German reserve units box. But also, unit 5 is going to go away as well, because it covers everything. And remember, the last one was the removal of the unit would leave at least 2 steps in the hex. It's still leaving 2 steps. 2 steps. So units 4 and 5 will bounce back to reserve, and it's not a VP hex he's leaving, so they're happy with that. Okay, I think that's all good. IPs don't get placed yet because it's not the 20th, and obviously he wouldn't bounce back because he's not leaving 2 steps in the hex. No. Right, that's all good. Remove disperse markers. Right, that's that impulse over. However, their support card is now going to come on, so that gets discarded. And I'll straighten the units up. Let's have everything back straightened up. Right, I think I'll push on and hopefully can complete another part here. That would be nice. I may run out of time though. What was that? 12. Yeah, we're still okay, I think. So yeah, this is in the support card box. So it's going to slide across and become another impulse for the Germans. It's not the 20th to the 29th yet, or they'd want to assign a replacement point, so they're going to activate all units in the core. This is 80 core, this is the guys down here, and is this not the one that's got the... it's not been placed yet. Right, okay. So we're activating 80 core. Bring the card out here. Oops. Right, so 80 core activated. Remove island roadblocks adjacent. There's just 4 units here in the 80 core, and these are the ones that have the core objective, which we've not placed yet. So we're about to do that. So check location objective marker. Well, the core objective marker just gets, you just flip over and place it in that hex. 2505. That happens to be Konsdorf as well. So that's where that goes. And we do need to check. So we know where it is. It's in Consdorf, beside these two allied units. We do need to check the 7th the army objective marker. There is not a unit proximate, a German unit proximate to that or within 2, so it stays where it is. And yeah, so we're going to move these units now. I'm just going to jump back up there and just looking at this hex here. There's no detachment in there. That feels like there should be. Unless it got removed. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll leave that there. Maybe when I'm watching it back, I might see it. Or if anybody knows for sure if there should be a detachment in here, maybe can let me know. Okay, coming back down here and getting this dealt with. So remember, these don't use 9.2, they use 9.23. Moving units with core objectives is on page 28. So we check German units with core, we check in ascending order, one at a time, before checking in units via normal movement. Well, these are all going to move with the core objective marker. So move each unit towards an allied unit when 3 hexes of the core objective marker. Enter a hex adjacent to unit if possible. So looking at selector number 1 here, he's already adjacent to this. If more than one is eligible, move towards the nearest, then the easternmost. So actually, he does want to change his, because he can move into here, can't he? Can he? Breaking zone of control 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can. So, well, first of all, he needs to find his target allied unit. Move each unit towards an allied unit when 3 hexes of the core objective marker. This is within 3. This is within 3. I mean, these are within 3, but he can't move adjacent to them. So he could move, he's already adjacent to this, but he could also move adjacent to this. So if more than one allied unit is an eligible target, move to the nearest. Oh, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. The nearest is going to be this guy. I thought it meant nearest to objective marker. Well, that's not what that's saying, is it? If more than one allied unit is an eligible target, move toward the nearest, then the easternmost. Yeah, it does mean nearest to him, doesn't it? I think I was, like I say, initially thinking nearest to the objective marker, but I mean, it would have to be clearer when it said that. Yeah, I don't know, I'm away looking for some help with that, but I don't think I need it. That's quite clear, is it not? More than one allied unit is eligible, and eligible needs to be an allied unit that is within 3 hexes of the core objective marker. So if more than one of them is eligible, we'll move toward the nearest, then the easternmost. Yeah. So he's going to stay where he is. Doesn't need to tactically adjust. Obviously, he'd like to be across the river, but he can't. He can't move from there to there, or from there to there, for that matter. So he's not going to move. Selector number 5 is next. Right, he's not adjacent, so he's wanting to get adjacent to this or this. Oh, and he can pop across the river. However, hold on. This is an eligible target for him, and so is this. So if there's more than one eligible, move to the nearest. They're both 2 away. So then the easternmost is the next tiebreaker. This is more eastern than this, so this is the one he wants to move adjacent to. He can move into this hex or this hex. He's clearly wanting to be not only in the empty hex, but across river. So he's going to come across there. Not breaking any restrictions. I feel like that's good. Selector number 6 is next. That's this guy here. He's already adjacent to this. This is his nearest. he can't pop across the river. No, he doesn't need to. This isn't it. Well, yeah, because it would be not across river, but he can't go from there to there because there's no bridge there. So he just has to stay put adjacent to that, same as what that guy did. This one will come across the river though, won't it? This is his nearest. This is the one he wants to move adjacent to. This is not only an empty X, it's going to be across river as well, rather than there. So he's going to come across there. No restrictions broken. We've in empty west wall hexes, but there's no allied supply to them. Nope. So that's all movement checked. So now we jump on to attack determination. Select number 1 first. Check in here. 5 against 3. There's no support card, there's no reserves. So 5 against 3. Coming across the river, however, that gets halved. So 2.5 round down is 2 against 3. He's also enough for us. 2 against 4. So it's less than 1 to 1. No attack there. These are not helping. So, however, this one might happen. So we've got selector number 5 next. So this is 2, 4, and this is coming across the river halved for another 1. So 2, 4, 1's 5. So it's 5 against 3. He's in a broken town. Town in a broken hex, sorry. 2, 4, 5 against 3. So it's still just 1 to 1 odds. No improved position. Oh, he's in a town. No, that doesn't do anything just now though, does it? He's not adjacent to supplied allied unit. It's not clear terrain, it's broken. So no modifiers there. So it is 5 against 3. So it is 1 to 1. So we're going to roll here. And any modifiers. Attackers include elite. No. Activated by army group card. No. Support card. No. So no modifiers. 1 to 1 odds. So it needs to be a very low roll. And he's in a town. So yeah, I don't think that's going to cut it. That was an 8. Just coming back here. An 8. No modifiers. Cancel less than 3 to 1. So that's not going to go ahead either. And that's the only checks. That's it. Just jumping back. Excuse me. Remove eligible active units to reserve units box. Well, remember they can. It's only these 2 that haven't moved, but they can only move if they're leaving 2 steps behind. They can all go back to reserve, so that's not going to be. They're only on that hexes on their own. No IPs to do. No dispersal to remove. So, I mean, these 2 units came across the river. That was about all they done. And that's that impulse over. Okay, so it's back to us now for the next impulse. Well, I'm at 28 minutes here. I should keep this going. I'm probably not going to take that much time on my impulse. So, well, what are we going to do? We've only got 4 cards in our hand, so let's have a look. Yeah, we used the 8 core card to bug out, so 12 core. Well, now, yeah, he was going to say I've got 2 12 core cards, but this might be what I want to do now. As I think move 2 of these units. There is only 2 Grant, isn't there? There's not 3. The other one's here. Do I want to move them both? Maybe. This isn't terribly threatening. You can see they've got 1 to 1 odds. They're not really going to better that while this guy's still here as well. He's not in any threat. You know, I could quite easily see myself moving both of these out of Consdorf. And I suppose the idea, yeah, because I made a mess of this, is if I use this impulse to move them, there is one of them in the reserve units box as well, Grant, and he could be deployed strategically as well. What do we get the next gain day? Do we get any of them? You know what? We get the other 2 units the next gain day. So I might just allow myself to leave that armoured unit in the reserved units box. That's maybe silly, isn't it? Well, what about if I just use this impulse just to move these? I can move strategically. I can move one of them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Elbrook. That's not breaking any restrictions. And then the other one, strategically, I can move into Dykirk here. Unfortunately, I can't move it 1 more hex into here or here because strategically you're not allowed to move adjacent to a German unit. It then means that not next impulse, but next again, I could play, you could do it as an any 1 unit move. And then try and get this guy into supply. Feels a bit weak, but... Other option... Oh, yeah, hold on, Grant. Hold on here. Well, that's a possible move. This can only place roadblocks, which, again, I've maybe been advised to maybe make more of. So, I mean, this guy's in bother. So the other card is the 18th Airborne card, obviously. And we've got three units here. But Grant noticing that he's blundered. Well, whether it's a blunder or not, I can't get them. Don't think, can I? No, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 4 back into the forest. So that's not going to cut it. I could put them into here. I'd just like to have them in there, I think. The other worry is, I probably want to push them west. I think one was to get one in Trois Pommes. Remember, this is where the 6th Panzer Army objective marker is as well. St. Vith, yeah, there was a slight talk about trying to take St. Vith back, but that's before these first SS units turned up. But, maybe I shouldn't be allowing them, they're on this road, I shouldn't be really allowing them the movement to go on this road and away up here. Up to Malmedy. If I moved, well, you don't need to move all 3 of them away, Grant. So that it feels like this is maybe more important than the one down the 12 core units, but I need 2 movements with the 12 core units to achieve this goal with getting this guy back as a supply, and I don't know how important that really is. I feel like I should be trying at least. So if I do this first, next impulse will do that. Hopefully nothing's happened. Because if they, or the 47th move again, something's moving into there, Grant. I'm pretty damn sure of it. Or the 58 core. Yeah, see. So if I draw 58, 47th, or the 1st SS again, I reckon something's going to end up in that hex. Yeah, I think it is too risky not to do something with these guys, so hopefully I might have the time to be able to do what I was talking about with the 12 core. I'm going to draw my last 2 cards out the draw pile as well after this, because that's down to 3 cards. So I think I'm playing this to activate all units in 18 core. Unfortunately, that is just the 3 in the cavalry unit. It's not going to do nothing. I mean, I've moved them back into the town, so you can't even build an IP. I mean, I could move him as well. No, actually, Grant, that's not a stupid idea. He's got 6 movement as well, and we could strategically, even having him in Trois Pommes might be better. I'm just so annoyed I can't get in and into here directly. If I moved them into there and I got another chance to move them again this day, no, that doesn't help, Grant. So and it's a clear hex that as well, which puts me off a little bit. Nah. If I put one of them into there, is that? Into there, does that help me? I think it sort of does, and then if I did get another move, I would then be able to move it into there. Because this, if I put a unit in there, this can't go out and in, or nothing can come along into there. That feels sort of okay. So I've got 3 of them there. Let's just say I move this guy 1 and then 2, 3, 4 into there. Can move the cavalry unit into Trois Pommes then. I mean, Trois Pommes, it's not under threat just now, but I feel Sam was to fall. I mean, this guy's pretty vulnerable, isn't he? But I can't even... Yeah, to get something else into there, I need to get something into here. Which is sort of... Yeah, because even coming from there, that's 1, 2, and then another 4 into there. So that doesn't work. Oh, hold on. If I come down into there... I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place right now. Right, what if I move one of these strategically? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, hold on. I can move right into there, can't I? But like what I've just said, I can't get into that hex from that side. The only hex I can get into that from is there, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't really help me, does it? I don't know. I'm gonna move this strategically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, ending there, I think. Right, sorry, phone call, as you heard. I don't know, I'm really not sure what I'm doing here, so I think I'll go with that, and I think I'm going to put the cavalry unit, bring the cavalry unit along. The 5th Corps should be able to, I'm saying they should be able to handle what's going on there, but I mean, that cavalry unit's only a 1-step unit anyway. So if I move him strategically, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, he's got to stay on the road, Grant. That's not a road connecting there. No, it's not. So you've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was double, wasn't it? Because he's got 6 movement. I'm pretty sure it's double. No, there. I think I went away too far. It's movement, isn't it? Alright, give me a sec. Yeah, I went too far. 10.5, which is page 37. Allied armour and recon movement allowance is doubled. Yeah, his class is recon, isn't he? The cavalry. isn't he? Cavalry. Recon, yeah. So a mechanised unit that's classed as recon. Yeah, it tells you on page 6 there, and the wee shows you on page 6. So I think I might shove him along into there, and then I still got this guy, but maybe just leave him there. He's in the forest. I had thought about moving him down. I think I might just leave him there. Actually, he'll build an IP as well, won't he? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave him there. I think we're just going to leave it at that. Right, what is it? What does it tell them about me activating? There we go. Activating a core. Yeah, sorry. Remove all detachments adjacent when you activate. There was no attachments adjacent to any of the units, was there? No. All active units may move. All active units may attack adjacent enemy units. Well, we're not ending adjacent to any enemy units. Active units that did not move or attack may build improved positions, 14.3, and then dispersed units become undispersed. So just checking 14.3 because I think this guy can build. He's not in a town. If I leave him where he is, shouldn't you be moving him somewhere? Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't. I think I'll just leave him where he is. All of this might be terribly strategically, to be honest, but building improved position, units, on active allied units and supplier will supply that have not moved or attacked, not in a town or city. Yeah, good. So we get to build an IP on this guy. Oh, and I'm just putting the little green cubes on top to signify that. And that'll be it, I think. That's Panzer Army 6 Panzer Army objective. Put these guys back. Yeah, I don't know if any of that's clever, daft, or what, to be honest. Alright, sorry about that. Dog's decided to think there was somebody at the front door, but there's not. Not that I can see. Yeah, okay. Let's just go with that and see. Right, that's us. Played that card. That's our primary 18 core card, by the way. So that's what we've got left in our hand, but we're going to draw back up to 5. There is only 2 more cards. One of these should be the 5th core. There it is. We're not going to get the core. I'll tell it again because the draw pile is going to be emptied. But 5th core card, and I'm not sure what this is going to be. What would I like it to be? Maybe 18th again. Something with 18th. Yeah, I can't get it picked up here because it's sliding. And we get the 8 core primary. Okay, I did talk about if that was in play. Yeah, I should have figured that one out, shouldn't I? Tank Battalion, it's not been an event. Well, I've talked about we want to probably make the most of our any one unit move. Probably next time I want to do something with these guys. Then maybe any one unit move. I don't know. It could be there and there, or there and there, or I don't know. I'm not awfully sure. Right, anyway, they were the core that we activated this turn, so they'll not be able to activate next turn. Next impulse for us, and that'll be it. Right, that'll probably do me. That's us, our draw pile empty now as well, so what we've got is what we've got. But the German deck is still over halfway. Yeah, it's got over half of the deck still, so there's plenty of time. We've only got 5 cards left. I want to say we've used 3 combat tactics in this day as well, so that's probably why we're short cards. Yeah, there's a big horrible gap here, isn't there? Couple of 5th core units to deploy. We do have that 10th armoured unit that could be deployed strategically. It's going to have to be deployed below this line though as well, south of this line, so But how about we deploy it first, maybe down here somewhere, and then when we move these, next to gain impulse, maybe, maybe move it up. Or here's the thing. Could we deploy it here? I think we could. And then move it 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. Getting round about Bastogne again, maybe. Be nice to have something this side of Bastogne. These are going to come along. But these are mainly infantry. I think they're all infantry, aren't they? Yeah, that's the control marker. So, okay, 45 minutes, a bit shorter than the last part, but that's me done 2 parts today as well, so I'm getting a bit done. Again, I'll slow down again, and maybe I'll get the chance every so often to get a couple of parts in and whatever. But I probably should get this looked at and get this out to use people that have got a keener eye, and then find out if there's anything went wrong there. But fingers crossed not, but no guarantees. Okay, I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers.